Well, we are live. What can we say? We were down and out, and our computer was not working, but finally, hopefully, everything goes. So, this is the Aaron Zero podcast. This is the news for the day. Today is the 5th of November. Am I right? Yeah, November 5th. So we strongly contact PM Modi slams Canadian temple violence, concerned about safety of Indians. Equally appalling are the cowardly attempts to intimidate our diplomats. Such acts of violence will never weaken India's resolve. We expect the Canadian government to ensure justice and uphold the rule of law. The Prime Minister was speaking about the attack on the Hindu temple in the city of Brampton and also the attacks on the consular staff that were there to process passports and visas and stuff like that. So that's what's going on. We condemn the violence by pro Khalistan separatists at Hindu temple and their efforts to disrupt Indian consular activities in Brampton, Canada. Taking to X to assert the company's resolve would not be weakened by such acts and sought actions against the perpetrators. The acts of violence at Hindu Sabha Mandir in Brampton today are unacceptable. Every Canadian has a right to practice their faith freely and safely, according to Mr. Trudeau, Canadian Prime Minister. And that's what's happening in Canada. On the US election eve, presidential race between Donald Trump and Harris is deadlocked, with polls exceptionally close across the country and in all swing states. Ex President Trump tells supporters at rally he shouldn't have left the White House in 2020 at the end of his term. And Trump supporters are busy making conspiracies and getting ready to contest the outcome in case the outcome is not in their favor. They're all on the media, and I believe there are posts on the channel called Telegram where they are trying to organize the supporters to organize a protest if the election outcome is not in their favor. 36 people killed, 27 injured as bus falls into gorge in Almora. Vehicle meant for 37 carried 63. Two officials have been suspended. So, in one of the worst road accidents in Uttarakhand in recent times, 36 people died, 27 were injured when a bus operated by Garhwal Motor Union and going from Naini Dolna in Tipari Garhwal to Namnagar fell into a 200-meter deep gorge near Marchula in Almora district. So rescue personnel and locals uh, looked after the survivors and tried to rescue as many people as possible. Other piece of news we have here is Iran is planning a counterattack on Israel involving more powerful warheads and other weapons, according to Wall Street Journal, citing Iranian and Arab officials briefed on the plans. And veteran Indian wicketkeeper batter Riddhimam Sabha announces his retirement from cricket, says the ongoing Ranji Trophy season will be his last. Lauding India Australia ties, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar hails the inauguration of a new Indian consulate in Brisbane as a landmark moment and milestone in the relationship between the two countries. So the US election has, or the impending US election has affected stock markets around the world, and India being no the exception. And it has pulled down the Sensex by 942 points here. And so investors will have lost some money. in the stock market as per rest. The other main news we have here is that music icon Quincy Jones passed away at 91 in Los Angeles. And apart from having a career of 65 years as a trumpeter, band leader, musician, composer, Quincy won 27 Grammys, and he was responsible for looking after acts from anywhere from Frank Sinatra to Michael Jackson and onwards. And he was responsible for the success of the Thriller album, which made Michael Jackson even more famous, and the song We Are the World in 1985, which was for the AIDS concert. Quincy Jones, an icon of the music, passed away, and there are too many, his bio is too long for me to tell you because he has interacted with many musicians, but Quincy was a great musician himself. And 6 years after China launched its first lunar satellite in 2007, India launched Mangalyaan, its first interplanetary probe. And you've created hell in Yamuna River. The Supreme Court rips into Agra civic body, orders it to pay 58 crores as environmental damage compensation, as the Yamuna is now frothing with a lot of chemicals and is toxic and is supposed to supply the water to Delhi. And I don't know how that's going to work out, but this is this is what we say. Sunflowers in a race for live action short film at the Oscars. The Film and Television Institute of India is celebrating a significant achievement, student film Sunflowers. And so this is going for the Oscars, directed by Chidananda Nayak and created in Canada. Sunflowers were the first ones to know, inspired by Indian folk stories and traditions. And what else do we have here? The Army conducts full-fledged independent depth sand patrol in eastern Ladakh. This engagement going smoothly according to China, and so that is the news in the Army news. And so this is going to be a short newscast, but we thank you very much for watching the Aaron Zero Show. If you like, please do subscribe. We also have another channel called Aaron Loco, where the news is in short form. You can get it on your mobile. Thank you.